menstrual cycle is a natural monthly process that occurs in the female reproductive system. It is a vital part of a woman's reproductive health, involving a complex interplay of hormones and physiological changes. It is a series of hormonal changes that prepare a woman's body for the possibility of pregnancy. These hormones, primarily estrogen and progesterone, regulate the cycle and ensure that the body is ready for potential conception. This cycle typically lasts about 28 days, but it can range from 21 to 35 days in some women. The length of the cycle can vary due to factors such as stress, diet, and overall health, making each woman's experience unique. Understanding the menstrual cycle is essential for women of all ages, as it plays a crucial role in overall health and well-being. Knowledge about one's cycle can help in identifying any irregularities or health issues early on, allowing for timely medical intervention. Throughout the menstrual cycle, various hormones fluctuate, leading to changes in the ovaries and uterus. These hormonal shifts are responsible for the different phases of the cycle, including menstruation, the follicular phase, ovulation, and the luteal phase. These changes create an environment conducive to fertilization and implantation of a fertilized egg. The thickening of the uterine lining, for instance, is crucial for supporting a potential pregnancy. If pregnancy does not occur, the cycle repeats itself, ensuring the continued potential for reproduction. Tracking the menstrual cycle can help women better understand their bodies and manage their reproductive health more effectively. The menstrual cycle is often referred to as a period, but it's important to understand that menstruation is just one phase of the entire cycle. The menstrual cycle is a complex process that prepares the female body for pregnancy each month. The cycle is divided into several phases: the menstrual phase, the follicular phase, ovulation, and the luteal phase. Each phase plays a crucial role in reproductive health. On average, menstruation lasts about 4 to 7 days. This is the time when the body sheds the uterine lining, resulting in vaginal bleeding. During this time, women experience vaginal bleeding as the lining of the uterus sheds. This process can be accompanied by various symptoms such as cramps, bloating, and mood swings. The amount of blood loss during menstruation varies from woman to woman. Some may experience light bleeding, while others may have a heavier flow. It is considered normal to lose between 5 to 80 milliliters of blood during a period. This range can be influenced by factors such as age, hormonal balance, and overall health. Heavy menstrual bleeding, also known as menorrhagia, can be a sign of underlying medical conditions and should be evaluated by a healthcare professional. If you experience unusually heavy bleeding or other concerning symptoms, it's important to seek medical advice to rule out any potential issues and receive appropriate care. The menstrual cycle is divided into 4 distinct phases: follicular, ovulation, luteal, and menstruation. The follicular phase is the first phase of the menstrual cycle and begins on the first day of menstruation. This phase typically lasts about 10 to 14 days, but can vary in length. During the follicular phase, the hypothalamus, a region in the brain, releases gonadotropin-releasing hormone, GnRH. GnRH stimulates the pituitary gland, another gland in the brain, to produce follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH. FSH plays a crucial role in stimulating the growth and development of follicles in the ovaries. Follicles are small sacs within the ovaries that contain immature eggs. As FSH levels rise, several follicles begin to grow, but typically only one becomes dominant. This dominant follicle continues to mature and produces increasing amounts of estrogen, a female sex hormone. Estrogen plays multiple roles during the menstrual cycle. It stimulates the thickening of the uterine lining, preparing it for a potential pregnancy. Additionally, estrogen provides feedback to the hypothalamus and pituitary gland, regulating the production of FSH and luteinizing hormone, LH, another important hormone involved in the menstrual cycle. Section 5, Phase 2, Ovulation, releasing the egg. This is a crucial phase in the menstrual cycle, marking the release of a mature egg from the ovary. Ovulation is the process of releasing a mature egg from the ovary. This event is essential for reproduction, as it provides the egg that can potentially be fertilized by sperm. This typically occurs around day 14 of a 28-day cycle, but the timing can vary. Some women may experience ovulation earlier or later, depending on their individual cycle length and hormonal balance. The surge in LH levels triggered by rising estrogen levels is responsible for ovulation. This hormonal surge is a key indicator that the body is ready to release an egg. During ovulation, the mature egg bursts from the dominant follicle and is picked up by the fallopian tube. This process is a delicate and well-coordinated event within the female reproductive system. The fallopian tube is a thin tube that connects the ovary to the uterus. It plays a critical role in guiding the egg towards the uterus. The egg then travels down the fallopian tube where it may encounter sperm if fertilization is to occur. This journey is vital for conception, as it is within the fallopian tube that the egg and sperm meet and fertilization can take place, leading to the potential start of a new life. Section 6. The LH surge triggering ovulation. The LH surge is a critical event in the menstrual cycle as it triggers ovulation. As estrogen levels rise during the follicular phase, they eventually reach a threshold that signals the pituitary gland to release a surge of LH. This surge typically lasts for 24 to 36 hours. The LH surge causes the dominant follicle to rupture, releasing the mature egg. After ovulation, the ruptured follicle transforms into a structure called the corpus luteum. Section 7. Phase 3. The luteal phase, preparing for pregnancy. The luteal phase is the third phase of the menstrual cycle and begins after ovulation. This phase typically lasts about 12 to 14 days. During this time, the corpus luteum, formed from the ruptured follicle, secretes progesterone, another important female sex hormone. Progesterone plays a crucial role in preparing the uterus for pregnancy. It stimulates the thickening and enrichment of the uterine lining, creating an optimal environment for a fertilized egg to implant. Section 8. Progesterone's role. Thickening the uterine lining. Progesterone's primary function during the luteal phase is to prepare the endometrium, the lining of the uterus, for a potential pregnancy. It promotes the growth and development of blood vessels and glands in the endometrium, making it thick, nutrient-rich, and receptive to implantation. If fertilization and implantation occur, the developing embryo will produce hormones that signal the corpus luteum to continue producing progesterone, maintaining the pregnancy. If pregnancy does not occur, the corpus luteum degenerates, leading to a decline in progesterone levels. Section 9. Phase 4. Menstruation, when pregnancy doesn't occur. Menstruation, the final phase of the menstrual cycle, begins when pregnancy does not occur. As progesterone levels decline due to the degeneration of the corpus luteum, the thickened uterine lining sheds. This shedding of the endometrium is what causes menstrual bleeding. Menstruation typically lasts for 4 to 7 days, but this can vary. During this time, women may experience cramps, bloating, and other physical symptoms. The first day of menstruation marks the beginning of a new menstrual cycle. Section 10. Menarche and menopause, marking the beginning and end. Menarche, the first menstrual period, typically occurs between the ages of 10 and 16. This event signifies the beginning of a woman's reproductive years. Menopause, on the other hand, marks the end of a woman's reproductive years and is defined as the absence of menstruation for 12 consecutive months. Menopause typically occurs between the ages of 45 and 55. During this time, the ovaries gradually stop producing estrogen and progesterone, leading to various physical and emotional changes. The menstrual cycle is a vital sign of a woman's overall health and well-being. Understanding the normal phases, hormonal fluctuations, and potential variations in the cycle is essential for women of all ages. Irregularities in the menstrual cycle, such as missed periods, abnormally heavy or light bleeding, or severe pain, can indicate underlying medical conditions and should be addressed with a healthcare professional. By paying attention to their menstrual cycles and seeking medical advice when necessary, women can proactively manage their reproductive health and overall well-being.